All right, so today in this video, I know I forgot where I was at, but I want to talk about feeling the feelings. And I know I've talked about this before. If you are, can we make up? Oh my fucking God, yo. Hey, beautiful souls, it's me, my allergies, and this pimple right here. Here to bless you with another video of me expressing myself. Because at this point, not TikTok, whoa, wherever this is going, Patreon, I don't know, has become an unofficial journal of mine or diary. If you ended up seeing a black thing, it's just literally my bra. Like, I'm tired of trying to maneuver this. Today has been a day, and I've been experiencing a lot of feelings. It hasn't been a bad day, but oh, no, it's okay. Yeah. Yes, bitch. Woo, woo. In this video, I know I forgot where I was at, but I want to talk about feeling the feelings. And I know I've talked about this before. If you are a listener to my podcast, when I told y'all the story about how my therapist told me, feelings are meant to be felt, it was an epiphany, it was eye-opening, it was like, what the fuck? And so now I'm just trying to figure out how to feel the feelings unapologetically. But I do want to trace this back to my inner child for a second, because we've been so tapped in with her over the last couple of weeks. And I realized that back in the day, like, let's take it back to when I was super young, right? When I was in camp and stuff like that, and I would get emotional, or I would want to communicate with people about certain issues that I was having, I'd be told I communicate too much, I have too many feelings, or I'm too emotional, I'm too sensitive, I'm taking it too seriously. So I think that's one thing that probably did subconsciously scar me. And then I think about, my childhood with my parents and how my mom was very emotional, very emotive, and my dad had a bit more of a hard exterior. Although he was emotional in other ways, his emotions showed up more so as anger, and my mom showed up more so as like sadness, from what I could perceive at the time. And now that I really take a step back, I see that they were both very sad. Yeah. And so I feel like I then, as a child, had to like be really emotionally stern. Like when we were having our family meetings, and my mom would be at the table like crying deeply, and then my dad would be stone-faced, and I'm sitting here like I'm 11, 12, being the mediator of a family meeting, so I have to be like emotionally sound, emotionally grounded. Granted, I don't think that I was all that really emotionally grounded in real life, but I think that has taken me to this level now where I'm really trying, there's a yellow butterfly with black. That's my grandma. It's really taken me on this journey of allowing myself to feel with no like judgment, I guess. But I feel like I'm kind of in the very beginning stages of that journey, because I'm still judging myself. Even today, like there was literally a series of unfortunate events, and I'm going to take y'all down. Now, granted, the unfortunate events were not as unfortunate as they could be, so I'm grateful for that. But it's just like, can I get a break, So let's talk about how today went, and then let's talk about the emotions that came with it. We can actually start with last night. Last night, I'm in Mexico City. I came down for a demonstration for animal rights, and I felt really great and liberated after the demonstration, but I was so tired. And I felt like I needed to go out and explore this city while I'm here, because it's so beautiful. I've heard such great things about it. But then when I went out, I felt like I started having like an allergy attack. I was having an allergy attack at the demo, and my eyes were like watering profusely. But I figured maybe it was just like a passing allergy or whatever. But then it started becoming difficult for me to breathe afterward, after I took a shower and came back out. So I was only out for like 1 or 2 hours. I bought some wine, went back to my hotel. So when I got back to the hotel, I felt this like cacophony of feelings, right? One thing that I felt was like deeply connected to my inner child. I felt such gratitude, such joy. I literally had a dance party. Like I recorded some of it. I just lived in the moment for some other parts of it. And it was just a great mosh posh of a little bit of everything. But then like a wave of grief came through, and like loneliness, and The grief showed up probably more so as like sadness, I guess. So I felt like I needed to comfort myself. So when my grandma, when she got older, and we would have like really one-on-one intimate moments when I would go to visit her. I remember this one moment, I have it on video, where she put her hands on my face and just kept just touching my skin, and her hands were so soft, and it was just so soothing, and I can still feel it when I close my eyes. And so last night I closed my eyes and I was touching my skin, and I started crying. This time not allergy tears, but real tears, because it felt like the yellow butterfly is still right there just dancing around. It just felt like her hands, like literally grandma's hands, like it really did. And that was really comforting. I think I went to sleep shortly after that. I just felt like kind of heavyish feelings. When I woke up this morning, well, first of all, I went to sleep around like 10:30, 11, woke up at 2. Didn't go back to sleep until 5 because I was utterly trying to distract my mind. And then I ended up going to I woke up at 8 after I went back to sleep at 5. So this morning I did an inner child meditation, and that was very, very helpful. It was from Power Thoughts Meditation Club. It's on Apple Music. I think he's also on YouTube as well, but that was really beautiful. And then that's when things started happening, right? So I was told that my mattress was going to get delivered today, which was amazing because I wasn't supposed to get a mattress until the 24th. I've been sleeping on the floor of my new apartment because it's unfurnished. So mattress was supposed to get delivered today. Ended up being this whole thing. Like, I feel like the delivery driver was not the nicest person, or not really trying to be all that helpful. Everybody just did the best that they could. I'll just leave it at that. So now I don't have a mattress because it got returned back to Mexico, or to a different part of Mexico. Then I was trying to book Ubers to get to this vegan restaurant. The first Uber was stuck in traffic for 15 minutes and canceled the ride, but they let me know. The second Uber didn't, I don't think she replied to me, but ended up canceling the ride with her, and walked 30 minutes with my suitcase to get to this restaurant. On my way there, I either had an asthma attack, a panic attack, anxiety attack, or allergy attack, or all of the above. Literally could barely breathe. Like, had to intentionally slow down, take deep breaths. It was a lot. So I get to the restaurant, wheezing, trying to just get inside, but I did see yellow butterflies along the way, which, like I said, always represent my grandma. So I feel like, okay, I'm hopefully not going to die out here. That's the sign that things are going to get better. So then, I was like, oh, I didn't even say what's the worst that could happen. I just treated myself to the most delicious meal. I'm literally going back and forth with the mattress people, so I wasn't really fully in the moment. But what I was supposed to be is what I was in that moment. That's been my new mantra. I think I shared it with y'all before. Whatever it is what it's supposed to be. If it was supposed to be something different, it would have been that. So I ended up going to use the bathroom and figured, I'm on my way out. This will be quick. Why was there no water in the restaurant? And I couldn't flush the toilet. I just got some toilet paper. This is TMI. I don't care. Got some toilet paper, put it on top. Because it's this is so petty. What is the fucking point of this? Then, make matters worse, I'm all right, let me wash my hands, right? Because this shit would not flush. I didn't put my hand in no water. I went to go wash my hands. I put soap. It's a thick soap too. Lathering it up. I'm turning on the water. Why is the water not coming on? Oh, because not only was the water not turning on in the toilet, but it also is not working in the sink. So still had to pay my bill. It's not even like I could dip afterwards. So like I said, I covered it up with a little bit of toilet paper, not too much, because can't really flush toilet paper down toilets here. So I didn't want to OD and cause a bigger problem. But anyways, get outside with my sticky hands. Now I tried to get the hand sanitizer that they had in there. That wasn't coming out. The knob was broken. I was like, you know what? I paid, gave the guy a great tip, and I just confessed there was no water in the bathroom and the toilet wouldn't flush. He's like, okay, I got it, no problem. I could have just not had integrity and just let it sit in there, but I said something, so I was proud of myself for that. But I think that a part of me didn't want to be miserable, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that there's any reason to be miserable, but I feel so miserable right now. And I feel like I'm not letting myself feel the emotions. I think I've been meeting a lot of people lately who have been on this really beautiful spiritual path, and I think I made up in my head, we have these talks where I was talking to my friend one day, and he was you're not a victim of your circumstances, and that hit, because that was the turning point for me, not realizing that I really wasn't a victim of my circumstances, even in the most traumatic things. Yes, I was a victim, but not of what comes afterward, if that makes sense. I like to rather call myself a survivor than a victim, because when I'm a victim, I just I just stay in that realm of feelings. So I just didn't want to be a victim, and I didn't want to be negative, and I didn't want to be miserable, and I didn't want to be ungrateful. So I've been trying to be so grateful for like the little things, the big things. I've been trying to just take it as much as I can, live in my truth. Even my mom had asked me how I liked Mexico City. It's like it's really beautiful, but like maybe not my cup of tea per se, because I'm just not a city girl anymore. And like the fact that I feel like I can't breathe right now is a little bit frustrating. And like I need quiet. And as you can hear, you know, we got the lovely dogs behind us and stuff. But I will say this is the most serene I felt, which is probably why I'm able to make this video right now. But like I'm just navigating, figuring out like when it, not when it's okay, because it's always okay, right? Like it's always okay to feel the feelings. I don't have to be joyous fucking Atia all the time. Like I can complain, but I guess a part of me just feels like I'm beyond the point of complaining. What does complaining really do? But sometimes I feel like complaining validates the situation, and then if I complain about it, I can find hope, you know? But staying optimistic all the fucking time, that's like kind of exhausting. Where I'm at right now, I do add optimism in there. Like I say to myself, okay, I see this yellow butterfly. It's a sign that like something great is going to happen, or something great is in the works, something great is happening, something great has already happened, you know? So thinking about that, like thinking about past great things, thinking about blessings that can come that are unexpected, that helps me out. But I think that gotta take a break to blow my nose. I think the other thing is that nose blowing done. I have met people who have identified as being like a victim of their circumstance. I have a booger. I can't tell because this is my bad camera, but don't judge me if I do. But that'd be funny. That I'd like add that to my list of dumb shit that happened today. But I think that I've had people in my life who have been a constant victim of their circumstances. And it's like every time you ask them how they're doing, it's always a problem. Like it's always something, or it's just a pre-existing problem that never heals. So I think that is eye-opening for me. And why I probably don't always want to like be the most honest with my experiences. But it's so interesting because like if my friends express to me that they're going through a depression or they're going through something, I'm not like, oh God, like, because I genuinely like care, you know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. And maybe in those situations, because it's more of like a voluntary thing. Like I don't even know what the difference is. You get what I'm saying? Like when I have somebody who kind of adopts me into their life and then they start venting to me, it's like I didn't have the space for this. But if I adopt somebody into my life and I genuinely ask you like how you're doing, how life is, and then you genuinely tell me how it is, I expect you to show up exactly as you are, not as this perfect version if you're struggling, you know? Like maybe I could even help you find a plan to not struggle, because I would love the same to be done for me, especially just in like entering my 30s and trying to learn like how new friendships are and like how I want new friendships to be. But back to my emotions. Long story short, honestly, I'm still working on it. Aw, there's somebody playing like my music over there. But yeah, feelings are meant to be felt. And it's okay for me to feel any spectrum of the feelings that I feel. And I think that maybe I've shamed myself because I've told people before, like, oh, I'm struggling. And then they'll be like, you got this. I swear to God, that happened to me like 3 times in a row. Like, I told people, several different people, and I know that they don't mean any harm by it. And it's like, yeah, deep down, you kind of know you got it, but it's like, can we just commiserate for a second? Or like, I don't know. Then I get in my head, and this might be a generational curse, because it's, oh my fucking God, yo, like, I don't even feel like I have any of my own problems. I feel like I have my parents' problems, my grandma's problems, and my ancestors' problems. Like, I don't even know what's mine and what's theirs anymore. But like, my grandma used to always say she doesn't want to be a burden. And that's how I feel. Like, I don't want to be an emotional burden. Even when I had an emotional breakdown like 2 weeks ago and I was like crying in my mom's lap, like I didn't want to be a burden. I'm like, does she even have time and space for this right now? But when I speak from this place, it sounds so uncompassionate. And I'm unlearning a lot. I'm in a very big phase of unlearning. It can be a bit jarring sometimes, to be honest with you. But it can also be really liberating on the other side, I'm sure. I don't know. Figuring it out one step at a time. I realize that not all of my videos have to have conclusions. Maybe we can just have conversations. And who knows, maybe next week I will feel so liberated in my feelings and like so safe in them, and it's okay to feel the feels. I'm almost there. I feel like I might be at like a 65% of being able to accept the feelings. So the feelings are going to be there, but accepting them, I think that's the part that I'm struggling with right now. Not shaming them, that's the part that I'm struggling with right now. not accepting the ebb and flow, that's the part that I'm struggling with right now. And it's okay for me to struggle. Like I'm doing a lot and I'm doing my best. And I will also say that this last month has been a whirlwind. Like I was in school, I graduated, uh, like my heart started opening up. I feel like I started reconnecting with my inner child. I ended up doing a demo in Mexico City, moved to a brand new apartment, thought I might be homeless because moving was super complicated and it just didn't go as easily as I thought it should have. And once again, like that's all of this brought me to my mantra, which I'm grateful for, which was if it's supposed to be anything other than what it is, it would be that. So thank you for listening. My nose is running again, so I'm gonna stop this. But like, comment, subscribe. I'm outside, as you know, so I probably won't be able to add all the text and stuff like that I normally do. But like, comment, subscribe. Imagine it's right here. I love y'all. Thank you for listening. Honestly, I really appreciate it.